Hello YouTube, welcome back. So, going to carry on with taking this coating off the floor. I'm not going to show you much of that because that's probably going to be quite boring. I am going to make a start and making this mount. I know you can buy them, but I've got the steel, I've got the bead roller, I've got the bender underneath all that, so might as well have a go myself rather than pay silly money for a flat piece of metal that somebody's knocked into shape. Anyway, we'll give it a go, see how it goes on. Right then, that didn't work like I hoped it would have worked with the bead roller. It just made a right mess. Yeah, I need to practice more with that thing. I don't think it would do what I wanted it to do. So I thought, right, well, I've got a press, so why not just press it? I don't think it's turned out that bad actually. I've welded the hanger, the original hanger, back on. It's obviously going to get plug welded. I'm going to run a weld along that seam there and then grind that back so you can't see it. Obviously fill them two holes in where I was trying to get the original piece out, but it must go a lot further in and I just couldn't get to it. And then inside, where I was over enthusiastic with the spot weld drill, I'm just going to plug that and then grind them back. Hopefully that will be an invisible repair. I don't think it's turned out that bad. I made myself a little wooden template and then a piece of shaped timber, and basically just squashed it in there with a press. So yeah, it seemed to work. I had to clean up the axle, put that aqua steel on it, and I'm really impressed. I mean, obviously this was just surface rust that I've cleaned back and it looks like I painted it, but I haven't. This is basically aqua seal. I mean, the tube obviously I'm flattening back and I'm going to spray that with a really high wear resistant gloss black paint, but the actual bits on the outside where, you know, the torsion bars go in and obviously it mounts up, I think they've turned out really well. So yeah, it's good stuff. Aqua steel. Right now then, it's time to annoy the neighbours now, I think. Let's get the grinder out again and the angry wheel. Right, just a quick look at where I've got so far. So where rather the tank has all been cleaned back, inner sills, the tank mounting brace, cleaned all that back. As you can see, it's even got the original stamp in it still. So it's picked up in a few little areas, but cure rust should really sort them out. Right, so knock this up I've just sprayed a bit of whatever I had underneath the bottom, just so it's got some kind of coating, and that's it. There, like that. So welded in from behind. I'm just going to run a seam down there, grind it back, and then plug them two holes up. So let's see if we can get this in. So that's me piece of copper that I just had in place, just held in place with a magnet. Just a bit more of these, and then I'll be able to loosen them back. And then I say that I'm just gonna run a small bead down there, just to finish that off there. Right, so that's all welded in. Just going to linish back the seam along the bottom, sort of try and blend that in so it's completely hidden across there. They've flatted off okay, can hardly feel them, and I've just run a bead of weld up at the top here, so I'll just lynch that back. I'm not going to be able to hide that one, but I'll just lynch it back so it looks right. And then in here I've lynched these ones back, so I'm probably just going to put just a slither of seam sealer in these, just to sort of blend them. I don't want to grind them back too much, just make it wafer thin. It's pointless doing that, so it should look alright with that. I've took the sound off here because this whizzer wheel, oh, it's a horrible noise, especially when it's buzzing away like that. They run a high speed, but literally all I'm doing is just taking the top of the weld off. Right, and there you go. So ground it back as much as I feel I need to. Once it's all got the Raptor and everything, you're not actually going to see it again, but I think it looks all right. I've just welded, I just ground that weld down. I said probably run a little bit of seam sealer or something over that on the inside. They've cleaned up okay. Hopefully when it's painted they'll just look like the spot welds, the original spot welds. Yeah, it's getting there. So while I've just been having a break from the underseal, I've been doing the under shields for the exhaust and the tank. So the tank one was completely rotten, but I managed to find one, steel one. So I've cleaned them all back, and I've used that chrome effect plate on it, which doesn't look that bad. And then what I've done underneath is I've just blacked them all underneath. They've come up all right. The exhaust one, and then the full length that runs on a gear linkage. I mean, to be honest, once they're under the car, you ain't going to see them again unless I run over you, or it's MOT time, obviously. But I think they've come up all right then. They're not too bad. So you just do little bits away from it when I've been taking this underseal off, because yeah, after a while it gets a bit too much. If you're wondering what my welder is, it's one of these raw MiG 200s. I run argon mix gas. To be honest, I bought it. I used to have a Sealy one, and it was always letting me down, and the welds were shocking. And I'm thinking I just couldn't understand what was going wrong with it. But it was an old one, and it was huge. This was 300 quid without the frame, you know, the little trolley thing. And I thought, you know, I'll give it a go. The guy who built me space frame, which is hidden underneath all that, so Matthew Skidmore had one. And obviously I looked at it when I went to go and pick this up, and I thought, yeah, it's all right, that. Give it a go. For 300 quid. So a lot of power settings on it. To be honest, I've never wound it all the way around to 10. It doesn't need it. On 8, it welds really thick plate. Control the wire speed. That one's obviously on the one on the right hand side for the stick welder, which I don't use a stick welder. I won't mind a TIG, but I don't know whether I'd use it enough to warrant having one. But yeah, this is it's getting there. All the underseal is nearly off. I've got some cure rust, so if there's black bits you can see that's the cure rust. I've just got this last little panel to do, and then I need to roll it onto the other side. But I'm getting there with it. It is just, oh, what a job. You just need a break from it now and again, because it really does drive you crackers. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I'm just going to upload it anyway. If you could, click like, subscribe if you want to, or share with your friends. Say, just me in a garage, just doing this. Be nice if you could click like, just so I can get up there in the views and videos got shared. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care now.